Hey, it's me, Chris, and welcome to my channel. I just want to tell you guys a story about a little girl in the 3rd grade who realized she found her calling. She wanted to write fictional stories. She started off writing a story about a dragon for class, for her writing portfolio that we had when we were in grade school. I really wish I had the story just so I can actually have it. That would be really cool to read that to you guys, but I don't have that story. What I can remember of the story was, it was about a talking dragon who went and saved the world. I don't even remember exactly what it was all about. I just remember it being about a talking dragon. I don't remember his name, I don't remember anything. It sucks. I wish I could remember. That would be a great story. I do remember because it got me all like, yay, and really into writing and wanting to pursue that and keep writing. My 3rd grade teacher was Miss Hug. I don't know if they were just, you know, me being a kid and they're like, oh, it's a good writing. Let's push her and make her feel like she's better than she really is. I don't know. You know, that mentality. Oh, this is actually really bad, but let's tell her it's really good. Why am I telling you this part? But anyways, they told me that it was a 6th grader level story, and that made me feel pretty good. My childhood wasn't that great. I don't really have a lot of memories of my childhood. I blocked a lot of it out, I think. But the point of the story is, it was the moment that I realized that I wanted to write, and I wanted to keep writing. It made me really happy to have something like writing, being able to create your own stories, being able to create your own worlds. And it's also a place where you can take yourself out of reality and put yourself in a totally different situation into a story and just be somewhere completely fantasy but also feel so real to you in a different way. The thought of being able to like do that is amazing. This is like a couple of years after Harry Potter books came out, and I started reading Harry Potter. That's one of the first books I really remember getting into, and it was also one of the books that made me want to read, and it pushed me even more to want to write. This cool world of wizards and magic and all these different kinds of mythical creatures. It was a beautiful world that I wanted to live in. I wanted to write more. I want to keep writing, and I kind of kept stopping because writing is one of those things, it's a very hard profession. To be an author, it's so hard to find something that hasn't been written yet, and then kind of making your own world and having different things happen that hasn't happened before and getting people excited about your book. You know, you get in those moments where like, you're like, why am I doing this? But I like writing. One day I hope to get published. Speaking of being published, there is an app, well, a website called Vocal.media. It is not the most great thing ever, as I'm realizing as I'm using it. It's a place where you can get your stuff published onto like a magazine. It's not really what I want, but I was hoping maybe it'll help me out a little bit. I'll put a link down below where you can read one of my stories, and it'll go to the other stories I have if you go down further to it. You can also gift me money if you want to read more of my stuff, and I will continue to write. I suck. It's just me sharing my passion with you guys that I really like to write, but I also get in my head. I wrote a whole book, and it's part of a series that I've started the 2nd book. The first book took me like 6 years to write. So I did give up for it on like a whole year. I just didn't touch it, and to the point where I was almost about to just throw it out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe because I post every single day.